One of the big NWSL games in Match Day 17 is Bay FC versus Washington Spirit. That's tomorrow at 4 p.m. on CBS and Paramount Plus. The game will be held at the iconic Oracle Park in San Francisco. Yes, the game is being played on a baseball field. So last year, there was an NWSL game at Wrigley Field between Chicago Stars and Bay FC. And now this year, the baseball park chosen was Oracle Park. Guys, could this be a trend now? Who knows? But Oracle Park is no stranger to hosting soccer matches. They've hosted several across its 25-year history. And with over 35,000 tickets sold for tomorrow's game, Bay is due to break the NWSL attendance record and the record, potentially, for attendance among all U.S. women's professional league sports. So it is a big year for women's soccer in the Bay Area because on top of all this, PayPal Park in San Jose is also going to host the NWSL Championship, and Bay FC just announced the formation of an all-girls youth soccer league, Kupo.
Yeah, no, this is massive, right? Now, Bay also my new favorite baseball team because you know what? Back to back, you got Wrigley, you got Oracle Park now. No, Bay have been doing great things since they come into the league. Expansion side last season, managed to make it into the playoffs. Now, coming up on the back of that, we have them again in another baseball stadium. I guess your award for doing good soccer is playing in a baseball stadium.
I just wanted to be them on tour at baseball stadiums,
sure,
just Bay FC.
We're going, let's get Albertine on the phone. We'll let him know that they now play exclusively only in baseball stadiums, but
I'm sure he'll love that.
Right? Perfect. No, but with regard to the youth team that they've established, this is a wonderful thing, right? This kind of puts them on par now with some of the other league teams that have academies established, that have lower divisions that they're kind of setting up in tranches. This is a great indicator for women's soccer more broadly domestically because they're reaching new heights. This is investment, and we're seeing the investments pay off faster than we had in the past.
With this now being the second year that Bay is going to play at a baseball stadium, I got to ask, do they maybe have a little bit of advantage now that they know what it's like?
I mean, no. I
don't think against the Spirit team. That's the issue.
Like, the women's game, let's be quite frank here, they've played on a lot of surfaces, including but not limited to maybe not iconic baseball stadiums, but other baseball stadiums. So they're battle tested. Women can do anything.
Yeah. Well, Erin, so Bay is currently on the hunt for a playoff spot. They're 3 spots from the bottom. They've only got 17 points, so they have a lot of ground to make up. But when you do look at the standings, it's just a couple points that are separating them from the teams that could make the playoffs. So how important will this game be for them? Forget that it's on the baseball field, although the fans will play a lot into it. They are taking on a very strong Washington Spirit team.
Yeah, and the biggest thing for them is they got to start scoring goals. They're the 3rd worst team in the league when it comes to putting points on the board, scoring goals. They've only scored 18 this entire season. Their leading scorer, Penelope Hocking, has 5 goals. She's injured. So it's going to be a little bit of an issue for them. Big problems. So that's the number one thing they've got to figure out, especially against the Washington Spirit side that we know can score goals and has a solid defense. It's going to be a tough match for them.
Yeah. Who does Bay start turning to then?
They should be turning to Rachel Kundananje. They should be turning to Asisa Oshoala. They spent, I think, around $1.5 million over the last couple years between those 2 players. Oshoala hasn't scored this year. Rachel Kundananje has 1 goal and 3 assists. They have to get more production from especially those 2 players. Those are their marquee players. And the rest of the team has to step up as well, but we got to look at the 2 big players.
Yeah, I think the problem now is they're sharing the creative load across the team entirely. We saw rookie Carly Lima come out swinging early this season. She right now is on a minutes restriction, which adds another sort of to this complicated matter of figuring out their attack. With that being said, to Erin's point, Bay have scored largely the majority of their goals off of set pieces, which is great in essence. However, Penelope Hocking has brought up the rest for open play. So I think we need to get a little bit more active in the attack. Taylor Huff has been showing out recently. She's been really important in that midfield and sort of lining of those balls up into the attack, as well as scoring her first goal a few weeks ago. I think that she'll be important again. Tess Bodie will need to step up. Rachel Hill, again, their captain more often than not, also on minutes restriction. So with also the backline question of Abby Dahlkemper's health and fitness in terms of coming back into the lineup, I expect that we'll probably see Joelle Anderson in the back line, and maybe we'll see back into the back line Kelly Hubley. In terms of the center back pairing. But Bay have a lot of things to navigate this big match in front of, 35,000 plus fans of the tickets sold so far. And Washington Spirit have been doing dual competitions, both CONCACAF W, and they've had essentially a whole B squad that they've put out, and they just absolutely walloped the team on like 3 days ago. So.
Yeah. So, well, despite the Spirit, they had so many injuries at the beginning of the year, and they've started getting some players back. That also includes Trinity Rodman. They've gone unbeaten in 8 of their last matches. How are they able to continuously get it done, even if they don't always have their top pieces that they need? They're still able to make it work with any player that they have.
Yeah, I mean, they have a wealth of options. They have a number of attackers. They've never had a problem in that. I think if Washington Spirit have any deficiencies, it's been on the defensive side, whereby they just don't manage to see games out. They concede goals late. I think the invigoration, the addition of Sofia Cantore has been great for them.
I was gonna step back and let you get the Italian in there.
I was like, not to
I was waiting. I thought you were gonna do it from the very beginning.
I know, it took you long enough to talk about her.
Hey, pass it to the Italian. But you know what? Like, I figured let's sit in it for a minute. There's a lot of really talented players, but she's absolutely acclimated faster than I ever anticipated. And that goes without being said. NWSL just coming to a new league is very, very challenging. It's one of the most athletic. It's a grueling league. And so, expecting you to acclimate both to what your teams tactically expect of you, plus the extra workload, is no small ask. And she's come up big already.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, huge matchup. Bay FC taking on Washington Spirit. That's tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you are sat on the couch watching all of it. It'll be on CBS and Paramount Plus. All right, we're going to take a quick break here on Morning Footy. We've got much more coming up for you on the other side. Stay with us. We'll be right back.